Today we are looking at the Casio CDP-S360, an upgrade to the existing model, the 350. We're going to look at new features, play some of the sounds, and talk about what makes this an excellent beginner piano.
Hi, this is Ted with Alamo Music Center in beautiful downtown San Antonio, Texas.
I'm Patrick Marr. You can find us online at alamomusic.com. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our YouTube channels, check out our other videos, sign up for notifications, like our videos, leave us comments. We appreciate your support and we love to interact with you. Ted, it's always exciting to review a product that we know will be in the homes of a whole bunch of beginners that might one day learn to be musicians.
Badass musicians.
Yeah.
This is a badass keyboard. It's got tons of sounds in it, and the sounds are good quality sounds.
They upgraded, basically all the sounds that are in the new 360 over the previous generation of the 350. But the big thing is the Polyphony. So
yeah, there's 700 plus sounds, and the keyboard has it's got stereo sample in it, or
yeah, the grand piano is a stereo sample, but you know, we've talked about polyphony on this, and that sounds like a fancy word. But describing it, it's basically how many notes can be played in sequence at once.
Sounding at once.
How many can be sounding off? So you know, you're like, oh, I never need 128 sounds all at once. I only have 10 fingers, and I can't play that many at once. But yeah, when it's a stereo sample, it has to account for the left speaker and the right speaker. And if you do some sort of run, the limiting factor comes in when there's usually 64. And on very high-end keyboards, you get to 256. Some of them now with Roland have limitless. But really, 128 has been, used to be the flagship when you
That was the top of the line.
And so Casio in the new 360 has upgraded it from the previous generation, 64 polyphony, all the way up to 128. So it sounds like a fancy spec line, but it actually is a really important thing, especially if you're any sort of an advanced player.
If I ever played the predecessor to this, I don't remember it. I was not familiar with it, but I'll tell you what I do like about it. It's got a bunch. This knob is real easy to use. Everything. You can change right through the tones, and then you can also change through the rhythms. I did a couple rhythms. Now, this is one of those keyboards that was really kind of tricky to demo. Without having a couple of days to put together a multi-track recording, or at least experiment with all the different kind of drum beats, because there's like two of each thing in there. So trying to do it on the fly, what I did is I tried to hit one of each sound, because the grand pianos, I think there's like 17 or 18, and then they have some other ambient things. Great list of grand pianos, electric pianos. I was impressed with the bass section. For some reason, they have a lot of really cool bass sounds in here. And then they also have a synth section that's got some great samples right off of synthesizers.
Well, it's cool that they're able to package all this under $600.
That's the thing that amazed me. Granted, it's Casio, and people are going to think it's just like a junky piano, but it is weighted action. It has.
It's a new action too. Their Grand Field 2.
I've never played a Casio that plays like this, and it's a tad on the heavy side for me. I thought I found myself hitting it a little harder than I did the spring-loaded one.
Yeah. It's graded hammers all the way across. The Casio graded weighted hammer 2, I think is what they call it. But yeah, no, it does. It's significant upgrades in the action, especially over its little brother that we'll be playing. Yeah,
and it's got like those phony grooves and like fake ivory and then like fake ebonies. There's like little grooves in it.
Yeah, synthetic key tops.
They do. I mean, it does on your fingertip feel like it's got the grooves in it.
Yeah, and it's easy to control. Like you said, they updated the knob. So before it was like a big circle that you would spin through. But really, it's one of those things we're so used to touch screens, and at this price point, they're not going to have a touch screen in there. But how do we make it, more able to switch through and make it really easy to connect
Another
with?
thing I noticed that I never really used before on the Casio keyboard, and I wasn't aware that they had it, is they have an accompaniment button here. So like when you pick a rhythm, you go down here, there's like a band that jams with it. And that kind of came on by accident. I didn't know it was on there in some of the demos. And I was kind of impressed because this section right up here with the wheel and the tone and where the rhythms are at reminds me a lot of Burning Through the Piano Room, where you can change out all the different kind of on the other keyboards. Where Yamaha and Kawai have the piano kind of room thing, and this whole thing kind of works like you're in the piano room.
Yeah.
You can scroll right through all the different sounds and scroll right through all the different rhythms.
Yeah, no, and so 700 tones, like you said, 200 drum rhythms and circuits like that. Has a really cool adapter right here that is an optional accessory, but the WB-BT10, which actually turns it into...
Sounds like a droid.
Yeah, it turns it into Bluetooth enabled, both MIDI and audio, so you can actually connect to your phone. And you can play out of the speakers on this, or play with the apps. It connects wirelessly. So this is definitely something, if you do end up getting the CDP-S360, we would recommend getting an optional accessory of the little dongle, because it really kind of opens it up to connect to your phone, to your iPad, something like that. It comes with a sustain pedal, comes with a music rest, kind of just ready to go. Something I really like that changed on this is it's battery enabled. So something you can take in the back of the car. Kids are in the back of the car. They want to be playing music on the road trip, or if you're in a band and you want to be able to play it on the go. 6 AA batteries, you're ready to go. Weighted keys, piano samples, 8-watt speaker on per side, so 16 watts. Not huge, but in this price range, again, a lot to be offered.
I feel like this is a good introduction video. I just bounced around on some of the sounds and some of the drum beats, but we're gonna have to come back and revisit this in about, I'm thinking 45 or 60 days. Once some of our viewers get their hands on this keyboard and get the full with it, or someone already has it, they can say, hey, how do you do this? How do you do that? We can go into the deeper level of things on it.
And I think it will be one of the better sellers for the year, so this will probably make...
this is a lot of power, a lot of stuff inside a small package.
So it'll probably make one of our top lists for the year, because it just has a lot to offer, and I think we'll get a lot of beginners started. Let's take a listen to playing it and some of the features on it. We'll come back around and talk about a couple more features.
Patrick. I just use the basic drum pattern to have something in there, and I really like there's a bunch of detailed on the clavinet. So I did a demo with a clavinet, but there's about 5 or 6 different. They have them envelope followed, they have them fatter, they have them double, they have them. The clavinet sounds are really kind of neat.
It's a very cool instrument. I know we're going to compare it to the smaller size of it, the 160 that just came out as well. But my feeling is, and this was just like the previous generation, we sold a lot more 350s than we did the 150s. Not a huge price difference, but it really packs a lot more in.
With that recording feature and those quality of sounds, there's enough to put together a great trio demo and stuff.
So
like that.
6-track recorder on there, 24 pounds. Nice light up LED screen that's really easy to control. The headphones jack is easy to use. I think it has the 3.55, which is what a lot of people have for headphones. It also has an audio in as well there. But really just a great instrument that would get anybody started, and also would be a great instrument to have if you're in a band, or if you're on the go, or if you're going to college.
Portability. All the power of the sound card and a drum track, and then of course the ability to lay out and demo a song in a recorder.
The only thing I would upgrade is the pedal. It comes with the little square pedal, which can get you started, but we always kind of recommend getting something that's more like a piano pedal.
Right.
And so that's the one thing, if you are looking at this, make sure you look at the pedal unit. You can get an upgraded pedal unit. You can also, it has a whole bass that comes with it if you want to buy the optional accessories that come with the 3 pedals and the bass, built all by Casio.
That'd be really neat. Give you some more room for expression.
So they really took a whole bunch from their Pruvia line and put it into this, and really kind of expanded what it could do. The wheel on the side is nice, the pinwheel for synthesizers,
right,
and things like that.
Especially the lead. There's great distortion, guitar leads, synth leads, everything.
So CDP-S360, one of Casio's brand new, it was 2022's January release. So in the place of where NAMM would have been, I think they moved NAMM to June, but a brand new release from Casio. Going to be an excellent addition to the line, and really continue on what the 350 was. Fantastic product at an attainable price point.
A lot of fun, a lot of features, and a lot of instrumentation.
So be on the lookout. We'll be comparing this to some other Casio products, as well as others like Yamaha, Kawai, Roland, in similar price ranges. Really just an incredible instrument, and if you are in the price range of 88 weighted keys, beginner, low priced, under $600, this is one that you cannot not look at. So thank you guys for watching. This is Ted Barsalou. I'm Patrick Marr with Alamo Music. We'll see you next time.